Yeah, man. So I had a skateboard. I got a skateboard for my 7th birthday.
And broke your shit. And
Turned 7 years old, and I wanted a skateboard. I wanted this skateboard. I remember asking for that joint for like years. I mean, like a couple years. All my friends in the neighborhood had skateboards, and I wanted them. I wanted to ride with my dudes. So kudos to y'all for keeping up with riding them joints, because I gave it up. Got on that curb. They said hit that thing was an ollie or whatever.
broke his shit.
Yeah, quick. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I had the helmet on, I had the elbow pads and everything.
Oh, you lucky you had them on.
Yeah.
You lucky. That would have been something worse.
They said go down the sidewalk and then jump the curb. I'm like, okay, boom, I can ride. So boom, I got this. Man, I did not have that. I got all 8 up. I mean, my hands, wrists, everything. I said, you know what? Y'all got this.
Y'all got this,
man. So, who did you say were some of your favorite skateboarder guys?
Louise Moore.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tyshawn Jones as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Tyshawn Jones. I gotta I forget, it's one of the skateboarders who his mom was a big time lady at one point in time and became
skateboarder?
And she wound up becoming like a big she has her businesses now, all this stuff. And he was skateboarding and doing his thing. But you watch Rodney Mullen.
Yeah.
One more time for the camera. Oh, yes, sir. If you're anybody in they spare time skateboard and you have not watched Rodney Mullen, you have not gifted yourself. You have not gifted yourself. You need to watch Rodney Mullen. Oh my goodness. Rodney Mullen, Bucky Lassick, who's from Maryland. Outside the skateboard, I love watching Travis Pastrana, who's also from Annapolis.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
oh my God. And as many things he done broke and done to himself, only thing he take is OTC. Well, y'all know OTC. OTC meant over the counter. Like just taking Tylenols. And I know you know football, but like taking, he only take aspirin, Tylenol, stuff like that. He will never take nothing. I'm like, you got to be outside your mind.
That's a good point that you said that, though, about Travis Pastrana. Have you ever thought about venturing out and getting to like BMX or jumping dirt bikes or anything crazy like that?
Thought about scootering.
Oh, that shit goes hard, though. I've seen them guys like the razor scooters and they do the crazy tricks and stuff like that.
No, you lost me. I ain't doing that.
That'd be tough.
I need suspension. Nope, I ain't doing that. Nope, I'll do it on the dirt bike. I ain't doing it on the scooter. I need suspension. Hearing that thing smack the concrete and they knees and ankle. Like, watch that junk in slow motion. You see the reverberation go up from their ankles up their leg.
Right, it's terrible.
Hell no. I will stick to suspension. I will not.
Have you ever dropped in? What they call that thing? The half pipe? You do the half pipe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's that like? I know that's got to be like a roller coaster, right?
Yeah, it's like one of the most scariest things in skateboarding.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Like, if you don't commit, you could just fall backwards.
And you gotta have the weight. You gotta have your balance and weight perfect. And the worst part is that whether you do, you know how you got some of the backyard verts where it's like quarter price, where it's like about 4 feet up, about 4 and 4. Then you got 30-foot drop ones, like the one that used to be the skate park. It used to be the skate park up at Potomac Mills Mall. And it was huge. And they have another outdoor skate park one. That one was indoor up in Potomac Mills. But there's one in Alexandria, a skate park in Alexandria, outside right by the McDonald's that's right across from the high school, that got us that one's about 15 foot going down. But you have to have the more higher you go, the more you have to have your balance and everything, your weight right. Because if not, you're gonna either fall forward or fall back.
I got respect for all those guys, man. They all amazing athletes, man. All the X Games, all the snowboarders, the BMX guys, the body control you have to have. Man, at that level is crazy, man.
Man, you got some of them, like the vert ones, it goes down, and some of them, it's not like a hill where it's like, and go up. Some of it, am I lying, Marcel? It just, it's like Superman at the Six Flags, where it just goes and dip down. Like, it's like, it's like a real U. It's like, oh my God, there's no steepness, there's no nothing. It just drop. And it's like, oh my God. Yeah, nah. Like, yeah, nah.
So I mean, that's a scary hobby that you got. So probably not, but do you have any fear? Do you have a biggest fear, something that you're afraid of?
Not really.
For me, my biggest fear, I'm scared to death of snakes. If a snake came in, I would break this building down brick by brick to get up out this building. Like snakes, frogs, and Probably snakes.
Frogs,
snakes,
though?
frogs. Yeah, my cousins used to mess with me when I was a kid,
Oh.
and they used to put frogs on me down my shirt and shit.
Now,
And to this day, I don't. So you don't have like ain't a snake, open water. You know what I'm saying? Being caught in a fire, nothing.
No, probably being caught in a
a
fight.
future pay-per-view fight, maybe. like something.
Caught in a
something.
I'd
Shoot.
probably say, doing bad in school.
Yeah.
That's a fair.
You don't have too many people your age say.
Yeah.
So how is school for you? How do you balance, being a fighter and your commitment to the gym, and then you have to balance your books and make sure some grades on point too?
So right now, I wake up and then I go running and I go to school, and most of the time I do homework after the gym. So after school, I get on a train and go to the gym, and then I come back and do homework. So I've been doing that since the start of high school, and I've basically been doing that since I started boxing. But I'm a honor roll student since I've been in school.
That's what's up, man.
Well
That's good
done.
stuff. That's good stuff. Do you have a favorite subject?
Right now, I would say art. I mean, not art. Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Do
¿Tú hablas español?
Do you speak it? No. You don't speak it?
Oh, shit.
I know it.
You know, but you can't speak it that well.
I can't speak it that well.
I got you.
You know, the basics so far, like, like little small, like, okay, hola, ¿cómo estás, mano?
Bien, you too.
Bien. Estoy muy cansado.
He couldn't wait.
No, what? I'm serious. Like, did you know I know I said I was good, but do you know the last word?
Nah.
I said, I'm good, just a little tired.
That's what's up.
Like, that was good. You responded real smooth. That was smooth. Now I just keep on taking it from the small. Like, my biggest issue I still have with speaking Spanish is the quick, how big the, like, okay, if you speak too fast, then I keep up, or like if it's a sentence, if you break the sentences down, like, okay, you say, hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien, boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then I'll somehow trip up in the middle of it. But if you break those sentences down, I'll still keep up with the conversation. So I just got to get better with hearing it nonstop in a long paragraph without it still keeping up. Yeah. That's my biggest thing.
So why is Spanish one of your favorite subjects?
I would just say because of the teacher.
Okay.
It makes the class fun.
Okay. I got you. I know you have, your goals is, international, turning pro. Do you have goals? Maybe you want to go to college or having a major? You have a major you like to major in?
I want to go to college after I turn pro.
Okay.
I'm thinking about majoring in finance or
all right,
or nursing or something like that.
Oh,
but I want to do real estate as well.
Yeah. That's good. That's good stuff, man. That's smart. You think it's smart already.
So I know I got two on. First, I gotta go back to ask you about the skateboard thing. Have you failed yet? Because for a hot second we was talking off camera about falling, and I was like, my friends I ain't finished that. They took rollerblade wheels and put them on the skateboard, bro. And you remember, rollerblade was a little bit more slender and it go up high. As soon as you try to, how you turn and it rubs the skateboard and whatever, you break it. This man went flying 15 feet.
Y'all wanted to die.
Like, bro, I never put no. Yes, I did. I did put rollerblade wheels on mine. But me, I had common sense to know how. Because once you get a certain speed, it's a wrap for you, Slim. Like, it's a wrap. I can't do it.
Right.
But, man, did you ever go down like a certain hill? Have you gone down certain hills yet and caught speed wobble?
Yeah.
Oh,
usually,
God.
I just try to run off, like run down the hill.
Hit the run off, hit the hop, and then yes, man, your hip will just and then the whole time, man. Like, but
you gotta be a fearless dude. So it don't make sense.
I'll take you. I'm serious. I'll teach you and take it.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't. I'm 30 years old. My knees bad. My elbows and back is bad. I'm not skateboarding, bro. I watch X Games, but that's as deep as I'm going. That's as deep as I'm going.
Oh man. All right. So I heard you say you want to do finance, and that's a big deal when you talked about. You just said you talked about doing finance and real estate and boxing, and you know how big numbers is in boxing. Like for instance, I'm pretty sure you just had to do your taxes. I just had to do mine, and mine's is when you a fighter. You got some fighters, they'll ask you want to take your taxes out now, you want to take it out later. And fighter, you're not basically a normal person. You're a 1099, like you're a walking entity type of thing. Like you're a walking business almost. So it's like you got to pay people and all those other things and pay the state. The thing that always messed me up, and I'm glad that since he likes finance, I can talk about this with him, is paying another state a tax for going in their state and making money. That's crazy. Like, and then even in your own city, like even in the own state you from, you're paying state tax, but I gotta also pay a tax for being in this state and making money in it. That's crazy. Like I never understood that part. Like and breaking down, like, friends. So how far have you gotten into? Have you like dabbled in reading it and understanding some of the stuff in finance so far?
Not yet. I'm just real interested in money, and I want to learn more about it.
So what parts did you like about finance? Like, throw something out there.
Actually, I haven't done like research on it. I was just it's just some of my options. Like, I saw majors about money. I saw finance, accounting, and stuff like that. But I think I was looked at that about a year ago. So yeah, it's still on my list.
I tell you, that's gonna be good for you because nobody will be able to throw the wool over your eyes, depending on how deep you really dive into learning the finance. And you talking a turning pro, there's nothing in that contract that would make you go, oh yeah, it's all good, and just jump the gun type of thing. You will look and be like, oh, wait a minute, and then show it to someone else. You'll really, because you'll be like, hold on, 10% of it. Okay, I pay my cut, man. Pay this, pay that. 10%, 10%. All right, cool. And then the state. Wait a minute, and then you see certain things that's real big. It's because some guys, they don't get that chance to, in a sense. Like, even especially in the sports that we're in, the football and boxing.
Professional athletes around the board, every sport.
You're so committed to just, I'm all in on football. This is what I do. Or boxing, this is what I do. That they don't get the chance to really look at some of that stuff. So that's a big deal that he's saying, you know what, I'm kind of interested in that. And even if he deters his way away from it and say, you know what, I'm going to do something else, he still will get at least a slight grasp of it to where Marcel could be like, hey, I do know this though, because this didn't make right, because I remember I read this and then handed it to someone else.
Yeah.
So that's you done said about 3 or 4 things, maybe 5 things this whole interview, where I've been like, you do not hear that from a 16-year-old.
Exactly.
Well done.
Do you have a list of colleges or universities?
I'm thinking about looking at HBCUs, such as like Bowie, Morgan State, Howard. I also want to apply to Ivy colleges as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your GPA looking like?
You said
my cumulative GPA is 4.1.
Ooh. Hey, yo.
Damn it, man. Yeah, go ahead and clap that up, man. You don't hear that, man. You don't hear that.
I know, because I was your age. And I remember, even now, with me finishing medical school and all that other stuff, people be like, man, yeah, they so, especially people that look like us, they so happy for it. And we like, it's just school, we doing what we supposed to do. Because you kind of look at it, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Even right now, I'm older than him. I'm the big little brother. But like, he'll still pat me on the back, like, yeah, bro, like a month ago when I passed my credentials, I passed my medical board. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. But in our sport, hell, any sport, for real, you can't even say our sport. I know a fighter that was around my dad's era who said he never filled out a job application, but he didn't know what it looked like. He didn't know what it looked like on paper, and he didn't know, remember, when we was growing up, we were still young enough to see a job application on paper. And then it transitioned to being on computer. But like, that was since 8 years old, boxing was his job. Not even school. Even being in tournaments, leaving tournaments. You could leave for a tournament and tell your teacher, like, even if you don't want people to know that you don't box in school, you can still tell your teacher, like, hey, keep it on the low. But after this, okay, I'm going to send you your makeup work or whatever and do it. Bruh. And you notice when you play football, some guys, that was their job. I'm playing football trying to go to the league or go to college. This is my job. Right. And so that's why it's a big deal that you're saying a lot of these things. Finance, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do real estate, and I got my 4.1. This is more honorable.
You got your senior year, right?
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
You going to graduate early, or you gonna do your senior year?
I'm doing my senior year.
Okay. Man, I'm 4.1. It's not even the number that's making me, that's impressing me. It's like the work that went behind getting that number and the dedication and like the work ethic that goes behind
while
getting that
training
number.
and going to tournaments.
While still training, while waking up early and running and going to school probably hungry and tired, and you still got to make weight for your tournament. Like that's what's impressive. And to set that standard for yourself is a testament to you and your family, and no excuse, man. So shout out to everybody. That's impressive. That's huge. That's huge, man. I lost my train of thought. I'm still stuck on that. That's oh man. I got a question for you. If you could bring back anyone from your past and have a conversation with them, who would it be? Or not even from your past, just bring back somebody from the past, like Muhammad Ali or Babe Ruth or anybody like that. If you could bring back somebody from the past, who would it be to have a conversation with?
I'd probably be my younger self, to be honest.
Okay.
Give him some pointers on how to move in life. Not make the same mistakes.
Yeah.
As I did coming up, because there was a lot of trial and error as I was coming up, especially with boxing and stuff like that. So I'll probably talk to my younger self.
Right. What are some of the mistakes that you made as your younger self that you would maybe tell a young guy now that may be watching, don't do this, try to take this route?
Stay dedicated, stay focused. It's gonna be a lot of distractions out there. Even now, girls want to do stuff, have fun and stuff like that. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's keep it. It's a limit to what you can do if you want like really be great in boxing or anything you gotta do. Just stay dedicated and focused to what you're trying to do.
Yeah, for sure. I know that probably is it hard for you because to carry a 4.1 GPA, you have to be in the books, and then you're a fighter also. So, do your friends like try to pull at you like, man, come on, man, like you better go? Is that hard for you to balance your friend life, your personal life, and your duties and your responsibilities?
I wouldn't really say it's hard. I don't got too many friends. I like to stay by myself because that's when I feel like I thrive the most. I just developed a routine over time and staying consistent. It's just really make the process more easier. Yeah.
Smart, man. You're very smart. Was there ever a moment in time, maybe in boxing or out of boxing, where you were something was put in front of you and maybe the task felt daunting, like it was a mission impossible, and you couldn't see at the time how you would overcome this task, but looking back, you're like, man, I overcame that, and it really wasn't that bad. Was there ever something like that for you?
In school.
In school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably my whole sophomore year. It was difficult, but in physics we had to write a 10-page paper.
Woo.
Yeah, I ain't think.
Since when they start doing that? Dang.
I was gonna be able to do it, but I stayed consistent, writing one page at a time over a week. Eventually did it. Got a good grade on it.
Yeah. So, what did you take from that? Like, what lessons did you take from that you carry with you today?
Even if the goals seem big, just take small steps at a time. Don't try to, don't look at the overall end goal of it. Take little steps to get to that point.
Right. Love it, man.
I'm enjoying this.
I love it, man. I love it. I know you mentioned a couple names, like Muhammad Ali and different names in boxing, but you can go in boxing or out of boxing. Who or what are some of your biggest inspirations in your life?
Some of my biggest inspirations. I would say
yourself.
Myself, most definitely. My father, my cousin, and like different philosophies in life and how to move. And reading and stuff like that has really changed how I thought, how I think, and it's got me to where I am today.
Indeed, that's awesome, man. Are you close with your family?
Yeah, I'm close.
Very close. What are some things that you guys do when you guys have family time? What are you guys doing? Like board games or movies or some things?
Yeah, we go to movies and stuff like that. Play board games. Small hangouts, stuff like that.
Do you have brothers and sisters? How many do you have?
Five, 6.
You got 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you at in the in the like oldest to youngest?
I'm the second oldest.
Second oldest. Okay,
Yeah.
so you got little brother and little sisters looking up to you. So how does that affect how you move around? Like, are there things that you're kind of guiding them? Hey, don't do that. The stove is hot. Don't touch that. Move this way.
Yeah, it's I definitely gotta teach them a lot of things. I went through a lot of things they went through. So whenever I see them doing stuff that I used to do, like mistakes and stuff like that, I try to correct it. Stuff like that. Yeah.
For sure, that's important. Do you have any of them that want to fight like their big bro?
Yeah, my little brother.
Okay,
he in the gym.
He's in the gym with you. Okay, yeah. What's his name?
Darrell.
Okay. Do you see a bright future for him? Is he?
Yeah, if he stay focused.
Yeah.
He definitely got the talent. He gotta stay focused and dedicated.
Yeah. How old is he?
He 11.
He's 11. Okay, so he's up there in age. So he's right around that age where it's starting to get serious. Starting to get serious. At what age? I know you talked about it a little bit before, but at what age did you like get really serious with boxing?
I would say when I was like 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Yeah. Okay. That's impressive, man. I'm just impressed. I mean, we've had some young men come in here and really put it down, but it's impressive. I'm the 4.1. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna tell the kids I coach, like, hey, talk to this guy, and he can do it. You can do it because he has way more on his plate than what you got going on, and he's doing it, making no excuses. What are some things? I know you have your father in your life. What are some things that your father has instilled in you? Some things he may tell you that stick with you to this day.
Hard work pays off. I always see him. He a firefighter.
Okay.
So, tip my hat to him.
Yeah. His coworkers, he always tell me how much of a great dad I got, and especially his work ethic. Whenever he got promotions coming up, I see him always studying and stuff like that, focus. So that's definitely something that I take.
Example. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's what's up, man. So you got a good foundation at home. Great foundation. Shout out to your parents and your family in the gym. Go ahead.
All right, so let's ask. So, what current events in boxing do you already know about so far?
Current events
in the pros. Like, what fights you looking forward to so far?
Looking forward to the Tank versus Ryan Garcia.
God damn it! Why you had to go there, man?
So the world will stop for that fight. Like it or not, the world gonna stop.
All right, we gonna talk about it right now, I guess.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Anyway versus Fulton.
Yeah, we with that. We can talk about that one. Looking forward
to that. And Benavidez versus Caleb Plant.
Sweet hands. What you think about that?
I think if Caleb don't fake it in the later rounds, then maybe you can get it. But if he do, I think Benavidez can use his power and size to break him down.
That's exactly what I told him. I was like, man, I don't got his legs leaving him because even when he was fading with Canelo, his legs were still really sharp, like smooth. But his punch output went down. And then on top of that, you could see Canelo starting to put his hand locking his hand there so he could come over top, and then made him look at the right hand, and then he laid on through that hook that he caught him with. And Benavidez has that opening, though, where he doesn't really throw it. Everything sharp hit, everything sometimes kind of. And that gap in between, as you get better, you start to manipulate this gap. And it's not like this. You're able to get through when it's like this and start making okay, I'm going to get in and get in these shots in the middle, roll up under that elbow, and I'm gone. Or I'm going to throw my shoulder into him, in the ambush, he ain't supposed to touch. But you get where I'm going. Like, throw that shoulder and get him off, whatever the case. But I don't know. But what did you think of Inoue and Scooter?
If he can carry the power to the new division, I think he can get it.
I don't know. Because I wonder, is his feet fast enough to keep up with Scooter? An inside game.
Inoue got I give him the edge with range control and timing.
Yeah, I could see that because sometimes Scooter let guys walk in a little too
tit for
much.
tat.
A little much too for tat. I can see that part. But when it comes to carrying that power, yes, that's a big word because he don't waste nothing. Everything is hard. But at the same time, I wonder, okay, what if as he starts to go on that his feet a little bit too slow? Like he has a fast foot feint. whop, it's there, whop, and he'll go to his shoulder feint. He'll give you one here. He'll go back to his foot feint, whop, and see if you gonna bite. And but the thing he do that's tricky is when he'll do a foot feint and he'll feint it, but he using it to inch just enough to you to get to what he want to do. And I'm like, at first when I saw him do it, I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, his feet not going back to where it was. His feet going about this much high, closer. And then he gets his shot off. But in that time, if I'm Scooter might already done threw a jab and then slid out the way and say, nah, I'm going to make you reset. Kind of like Trinidad, like Felix Trinidad back in the day, how he always had, his feet had to be planted. Felix Trinidad feet had to be planted. Cotto feet had to be planted. Certain guys like that, they feet have to be planted in order to throw a shot. You know, 4 guys like that where it's like, okay, this guy, he can't punch or work unless and then he makes the commitment. And by that time, I ain't giving that to him. I'm going to be gone. Or I'm going to hit him with this stick, or I'm going to hit him with a 1, 2, 3, and I'm gone. 131, and I'm gone. And I don't know. I don't see that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not just saying it because of, knowing Scooter and the amateurs or whatever in relationship. I really think that I believe Scooter still might give him that go. But at the end of the day, you got to tip your hat to both of them because neither one of them, they could have stalled on this and say, build up whatever. Nah, they taking this. They doing it in Japan. That's another thing we got to talk. That's a whole different time zone. Yeah, have you been playing? You play video games?
Yeah.
Bro, am I lying? When it gets to a certain point at night, you see whoever you play against names start changing from words to characters. You're like, oh, the sweats is on. Oh, the tryhards is on. Here we go. Because when it gets dark here, like around midnight, 1 in the morning.
Last time Anyway fought was at 6 in the morning. I know because I watched it. It was at 5 in the morning. I watched it
on work. And over there, it's almost nighttime for them. And it's like, it's late afternoon over there for them when it's about to be midnight 1 for us. And I'm like, oh, Lord.
That's a good point. You brought up a good point.
That jet lag? Yeah. That jet lag, man, ain't no joke.
Internationally, what's a destination, a spot that you would love to travel internationally outside of the country?
Bali.
What about Bali? The water.
The water.
The water.
Say, man, it look beautiful out there, man. Look beautiful. For sure. I like Japan. You talking about?
I love it. I want to go to Japan.
I want to experience the culture and how big and everything is. Just boom. I want to experience it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
you too. Yeah, everything looks so much. It's like New York City on steroids, bro. Hey, how everything is so electronic and everything. You can get a full lobster out of a vending machine and shit. Like, it's crazy. It was like, wait a minute. And how they phones are over there, like some of their phones is even different over there, and how it flip open and the characters and the typing, all of that. I'm like, yo, this place is nuts.
Your phone from Japan?
Yes,
it is. Hey, so what's some of your favorite food, man? When you can really eat and boom, boom, boom. Like, what's some of your favorite food?
I say any type of pasta.
Okay.
Man.
Like pizza and Chick-fil-A as well.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with no pizza. That's like, man, my favorite joint, Chick-fil-A pizza, dog. That's crazy. That's what's up. How about music? Who are what is your favorite song right now and some of your favorite artists?
I don't have a favorite song right now.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of people. Some of my favorite people right now are Chief Keef, Future.
Okay. It be sound like he got water in his mouth when he say it. Like his mouth swollen every time.
Chief Keef changed the culture, though. You gotta understand what
the shit crank, though, every time.
I like Steve Lacy.
Okay.
What's his name? Brent Faiyaz, Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
A lot of people. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. So you don't just stay, you're not like a hip hop. You kind of venture out into different genres and everything like that too. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Real quick, I got a little section for this or that. You gotta answer. You gotta answer these questions quick and honestly. All right, not hard questions, nothing really too personal. Just want to get it, see where your mind is at. If he hit you with
some bull, just look at me and then I'll hit him with the ball. Okay.
All right, so you ready? Yeah. All right, so we got this or that: PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Instagram or TikTok?
TikTok.
Beyonce or Jennifer Lopez?
Beyonce.
LeBron or Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan.
Go to an NFL game or NBA game?
NBA game.
Miami or Los Angeles?
Los Angeles.
Steak or chicken?
Chicken.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Lil Baby or Young Boy?
Lil Baby.
Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network.
Read or audiobook?
Read.
My man. My man.
Yes.
Okay. That's what's up. So you chose Beyonce over Jennifer Lopez? That's a tough one, man.
What?
To this day, I still. That's why I wanted to ask him because he a little bit younger.
Thank you. No, see, do I hit him with the ball?
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't choose Beyonce over J-Lo. It's just
you want me to hit
I'm
the
still
ball?
torn.
Y'all want me to hit the ball? Y'all want me to hit the ball?
I'm torn,
God,
man.
dog.
I'm torn, but no one shut this whole
But
argument
I get
down.
it because how we grew up.
Right.
Remember when she went with Puffy to that music award with the green on?
Slim.
People still talk about that.
Know who would shut all that down though? Aaliyah, if she was still alive.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even be no conversation.
It wouldn't even be if Aaliyah was still alive, it wouldn't even be this conversation about bodies, getting your body done, and all that stuff. Because you gotta remember back then it was Aaliyah, TLC, all of them were built the same, and and everybody drooled over them. And they didn't, and it was nothing. They didn't get nothing done. They had to have nothing done. None of that. It was just natural, just gorgeous beauty. That was it.
Right.
And times changed.
Times definitely changed. I want to touch on. You said Michael Jordan over LeBron. That's rare for this era. You know, a lot of the youngest is LeBron. What made you choose Mike over LeBron?
He just an icon. I mean, I think LeBron good. That's great. But I think Michael Jordan just the legacy he left. LeBron left a good legacy. Leaves a good legacy too. But I think Michael Jordan just the better man.
I got you.
The tapes, the shoes. It's
the
ridiculous.
moments are so iconic. He has iconic moments.
It's ridiculous. Like when you see the video games, you know how 2K is. They have that. You have certain ones where they pick a player and you got to play that player's career, and you do yourself, and you have the Kobe ones, all these different ones. And when you try to do some of the stuff that he did in his career, you have to do it on the game. Man, some of my friends took so long trying to do that stuff.
Right.
And you be like, he did this. And in my opinion, coming from on my mom's side, a basketball family, and her explaining to me how the game has evolved, and it's crazy when you listen to like my dad talk about how boxing evolved, listen to my mom talk about basketball's evolved, and like how the players move, size, physicality, all of these different things. Mama always say like, it's a little bit too much flash these days. Back then, it was more skill and substance when it was the 80s, 90s, going into maybe early 2000s or whatever. Compared to now, it's more one-on-one. It's more, there's no mid-range game
Jordan
or none of that.
killed him in his era. Bro.
You know, because you can't put your hands on him. You can't put your hands on him. Because back then, I don't know, you know what hand checking is? So back then, when Michael played, and when my mom played, because my mom and all them played ball together in Carolina. They all played ball together. So back then, you could do your hand like this and put it, let's say if this microphone right here where the bottom is, let's say that's the person. You know how you back up like this or whatever? You put your hand here and you could control that guy. If you were physically stronger, like if I'm playing against BINK and we say hand checking, BINK is bigger than both of us. If BINK chooses to do this, he could then move us here. He move me here. He move me here. Then if I go too far, he gonna do this and push me. You could do that. That wasn't a foul yet back then. And then if you did, there's certain things he dealt with, and not only the other person I saw really deal with it was Iverson, because he was so little that when Michael went in there, they fouled him 5 times and only got called for 1 foul. Like, he went up in the air, and they hit him with elbows, hit him in the mouth, bust his nose, send him on the ground. Go on to the line, bro. That physicality isn't there. It's more soccer play. Like, as soon as you touch him, oh my God, it hurts. Oh,
that shit kills me, man. That shit
you know,
kills me.
so, and then when it comes to that whole iconic part of what you're saying, my thing is, like, I remember, like, it's crazy seeing some of y'all wearing the shoes that me and BINK wore when we were in school. Like, even the foams, even the pennies. Like, I wore the pennies in 3rd grade. I wore the 13 Jordans in 2nd grade. Like, it was like, oh man, all this stuff came out.
My dad wasn't buying me no Jordans, bro. I wish I had them, but he wasn't buying me no Jordans.
Bro, I had almost shout out the hard work in number 30, man. I had every daggone pair of Jordans almost, just about. But it's, to see these kids now and teenagers now still want these shoes. They know those right there. I want them. You could tell the kid don't even have to know who Michael Jordan is or whatever. They could just walk in there, see that logo, and know they want that shoe right there.
Mm-hmm.
No ifs and buts about it.
So again, the argument is over. Michael Jordan is the GOAT over LeBron James.
Oh
my cousin
my
Dwayne,
God.
if you watching, Dwayne, I love you, cuz, but we have another younger generation, 16 years old, came in, stamped it.
Oxon Hill, when they came in here, them youngers younger than they younger than
They say Michael Jordan. Yep. It's over. The argument is over. Let's stop talking about this.
And them two youngers came from Oxon Hill, Kai, and it was Kai, and oh my gosh, forget this young man's name because he came in with his medals.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say the wrong name and mess up, but they sat right here and they talked. They didn't even just say, "Oh, Icon." They even brought up. They were younger than you and even brought up his highlight tapes.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, "Nah, the stuff I saw him do on the highlight tape, these old grainy footage from the '80s, and then got better towards the '90s. But like those are like, they wasn't even born for another 4, 5, 6, 7 years." And he's like, "Yeah, nah, Mike, that's crazy."
Over with. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. You said Nickelodeon, right?
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
What were your favorite joints off Cartoon Network?
The Maze Runner Gumball.
Yep.
Regular show. Adventure Time.
It's Adventure Time.
I think that's it.
See, that's a little bit different era from what I'm used to.
I don't know too many. Angry Beavers. No, that was Nickelodeon.
That's Nickelodeon.
Sorry.
Ed, and Eddie.
Ed and Eddie. Johnny Bravo.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. Cow and Chicken.
I think Cow and Chicken was Nickelodeon too, wasn't it?
No. Cow and Chicken was Cartoon Network because remember it came off of Courage the Cowardly Dog. It transitioned from that. They were the in between. Now back then they used to do.
Was it?
Yeah.
Cow and Chicken. You're right. Cow and Chicken was.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Dexter's, yeah.
Powerpuff Girls. Teen Titans.
That was my joint. Powerpuff. You know the Powerpuff Girls?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my shit.
Did you watch the Japanese version of Powerpuff Girls? They're teenagers and they got hands and all this other shit. I'm like start going stupid the whole time watching it. I'm like, what the heck am I watching? Because you get so used to watching something. They're even the first Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go, the first Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went to Teen Titans Go. You could tell by the animation which one is which.
Right.
It was like, but the thing I missed though, the thing about the cartoons you mentioned, it wasn't much. It was a storyline, but there was no to be continues with episodes. The James, me and Bing was watching, it had plot lines, storylines, it had to be continues, part 2, 3s, and 4s to one episode. And then you couldn't miss none of it because if you missed one part, you wasn't good for the next part.
That's a tough argument though, because Nickelodeon definitely has an
Arnold.
argument. You got Hey Arnold, you got the Rugrats,
Rocket Power, Angry Beavers.
Was
Rocco's Martin Light.
Was Doug on Nickelodeon?
Doug was on Nickelodeon. Then he went to Disney.
Yeah.
But yes, Nickelodeon. Doug was my favorite joint. Even though now looking back on, I watched the same episode over and over again because at the end he just writes in the journal. You know what, journal? Like this one over here with his pen and pad. Like, you know what, journal? If I would have just thought about it and not let myself over worry about it, then I would have been. That's the same thing he said at the end of every damn episode.
It was real life though, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man, but we had a great episode today. You definitely came in here and put on for Team NoXcuse. You put on for yourself, for your family. You definitely representing. So you should be very proud of yourself. What you're doing out here in school and for yourself. Great work. Do you have anything you'd like to say? Any shout outs you'd like to give?
I want to shout out my Team NoXcuse, my socials, Instagram, MARCELL STEELE, and
I gotta follow you.
Shout out my father,
Mm-hmm.
all my supporters. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. It was a blast, man. It was a blast to have you on.
I think I speak for Bing when I say this, man. It's good to see you. He hasn't seen you and known you for as long as I have, and watched you. But I think we both can sit here and say, hey, man, you coming into yourself very well.
Right, at such a young age, man. I remember myself at 16. I was not where you are mentally or didn't have, the work ethic that you have. So, just to see that, especially like a young brother, it's important. And you got supporters in us, supporters in me. And I'm going to follow you. Your whole career, I'm going to be here for your whole career. I love to see it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Man.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah. You, like I said, me and you, you never could cut me off. But we both speak. It's half and half here.
Right.
But beautiful to watch, man. From the skill sets outside the ring to your progression out in the ring, outside the ring. I enjoy it, and now to really, because I always see you doing just quick dive, especially when you look at Rose Car, quick dive, but keep it moving, whatever. I never had the chance to really talk to him like I was when Short Dog was little. I'm really with Short Dog in the gym,
Right.
I wasn't around him like that, so I would just see him at certain times he fought, just, hey man, do your thing, keep it moving.
Right.
But now to actually have this conversation, have a compelling conversation on and off air. Nah, it's good, man. You coming into your own beautifully, quite nicely, man. And just keep doing that. If there's anything, of course, you already got a great core, a great team around you. You don't need me and BINK, but just know that you also have us at this podcast. If you have any, hey, yo, man, I want to do this or I want to learn this, whatever. If something that you could get from us that we can help with, like, hey, I want to get better at interviews. Like, yeah, can I come back on the show? Say, oh, yeah, you can when you want to come on. And then so you get better. Or, yo, so what was you talking about on the air about the finance thing? And so I read this. What about this? Yeah, no problem. That GOLDENBOY, what did you find out about that? Yeah, I could tell you a little bit about this 10%, this tax thing, whatever. Reach out, man, if it's anything. No problem.
Indeed, man. You're doing a great job. Guys, if you guys like what you saw today on Slip and Counter Podcast, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We have a 2-time national champion here with many more accomplishments coming his way. MARCELL STEELE.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Oh,
hold on, go ahead.
We forgot to say, shout out Big Roy.
I wasn't done yet.
I
wasn't done yet.
Yeah, but no, I forgot. I had to mention. I forgot because I always want you to close out the show.
Go ahead.
I forgot to say, shout out Shea Bracelets, Charmed by Shea. I forgot to mention, shout out to Tighten Up Barbershop. Thank you guys for all the love. We will be talking to you soon. Shout out to so many of our teammates that's doing their thing, coming up and showed out and trying hard. Shout out to Team Hillcrest. It felt good to go back home and have y'all bring me and Dad home. It felt so good. And shout out to all my brothers, the Hillcrest bloodline to the end. And shout out to my brother BINK, because without him, I probably wouldn't even be sitting in this seat. And especially with some of the things that's coming up, I probably wouldn't have had how I felt about doing comments. I probably wouldn't have had the opportunity without you. So I always speak up about you every chance I get.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to Sully. Shout out to you, man. Because how you carry yourself.
Indeed.
How you conduct yourself in and out of the square, man.
For sure.
Well done.
For sure. Well-rounded young man.
Take it away, man.
Young man. Yeah, so like we said, if you like what you saw, smash that subscribe button. Pass the word along. Slip and Counter Podcast. All right? Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Slip and Counter Podcast. Shout out to our sponsors, Roy. Shout out to our producers, our team. Shout out to all the events going on, coming up soon in the area. March 25th, April 29th, April 8th, May 6th, May 7th. A lot of local guys fighting at every stage in boxing, even across the sea. Going over into Japan, enemy territory, and doing it. So big shout out to Stephen Fulton taking that risk and stepping up to the plate. Slip and Counter Podcast, baby. Check us out. We'll be right back with you guys next Friday.